Hey guys, Turtle here, and today I will be giving away my free chicken rig. So once you download it, you will get a lib4d file, and once you double click it, it will open up in here. And if you just double click that, it will open up in Cinema 4D. So starting off with some of the customization in the user data, you can change the chicken texture to anything else in a texture pack or anything you want. You could turn the control panel on or off, which I will get to later. You could change the edges from smooth to sharp, as you can see here. And the viewport quality will basically change the subdivision in editor, so this will not affect the final render, as you can see. But if you have a bad computer or just want to make it a lot smoother, because as you can see, it does get a lot smoother once I switch it to low. But generally this computer's pretty good, so I like to stay with medium. And next down here we have the pupil eye color, so you can change that to whatever you want. And under that we have the pupil type, so you could have sharp or smooth pupils. And under that we have the pupil depth, which will change the pupil depth, as you can see here. And finally we have the gobble dynamics, so as you can see, if I just rotate this head, it has some dynamics to it, and if we turn this off, it will no longer have that. So I think it's a nice touch, so I recommend keeping it on. But if you do want to keep it off, make sure you turn it off before you start animating, because it will stay in whatever position it is when you turn it off, as you can see. So now getting into the rig, we have the head controller, as you can see here, and over here by the beak we have a controller for the mouth. Moving it left and right on the x-axis will control the B rotation, and moving it on the y-axis will control the P position, P rotation. And same thing for the bottom. So then we have the head controller, which you have already seen, and moving on to the back and the wings, we have a nice back controller in the middle, which will control the bend. So P is the front bend, H is the side bend, and B is the twist. So using these together will make a nice bending effect for the body. And on the back here we just have the basic waist controller, so moving this down, you just got your basic waist for walk cycles and animating. And over here, we got the wing controllers. We have some squash and stretch with that, and it's the same thing on the other side. And we also have these pulls for rotation, so like that. And going down here to the feet, we have some squash and stretch on it as well. And yeah, so as you can see, if you rotate it on anything, it'll rotate the foot, but if you rotate it on P, it will like bend these feet a little bit, which I think is really cool, and I find that very useful for animation. And moving these poles over here will just rotate the leg, not the whole foot itself. For that you have to rotate the goal, and that is pretty simple, self-explanatory, as you can see. And the last thing we have for the feet are these two white controllers on each side, and these basically control the, the end toes. So same thing for this side, and same thing for the other foot. So I think that is about everything, except we need to go through the control panel. Okay, so these two controllers in the middle will control the expressions for the eyes. So moving it up will control the bulge, I guess, and moving it left and right will control the actual expression. So again, using these together will make some pretty cool effects. And this one is for the bottom, as you can see. And turning on this blue controller will turn on manual controllers, which right now all I have is these eyes. So you will not be able to take it out, but you can move it like this, and same thing for the other one. And this orange controller will change the squash and stretch for the head, so I like to add this feature for some cartoonish looks. And these two controllers on the side are for the eye scale, so right for right and left for left. And that is pretty much everything. So if you enjoyed this rig, make sure to go download it in the description. Remember, it is completely free, and I will see you guys in the next video.